Ah. Hello, everyone. How you doing today? It's bedtime for Fayer. Ah!
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Oh, you dork. I got a bucket in my head. Ah. Yeah, I got rid of it. Oh, yeah, I'll drink. I just actually made my drink. I was waiting for things on the microwave. Wait, satyrs don't mow, gun. Ya goof. Bah. Alright, hopefully the corn dogs are done. That was the first thing I found. Okay, I got attacked by my kitchen shears. Woohoo! Oh, Oxy not included. Is that it? That sounds fun, gun. I heard that's a pretty good game. Not that I know personally. Oh no, it started again. Fuck. I don't know. I was kind of struggling to get the goddamn ketchup open. I swear somebody superglued it until I basically went ahead and smacked it upside. Smacked it. Corn dog. I haven't had these in ages. Oh, don't worry, I didn't cut myself. It's just that one half of the kitchen shears ended up flying away. It wanted me to press the button again. Isolating at home? What, you sick again? That's not good, huh? Yeah, that was pretty cool, wasn't it, Freyer? Oh, new board entry. To Orca. It's Bob. I'm late, but I got that thing you wanted. God fucking damn it! Ay, ay, ay. That actually managed to make me jump, you little shit. It goes. Well, if anyone had their volume up and they were asleep, they're awake now. Yes, it is, T. Taylor seems to be hiccuping, so I wrote it here. Hope it's not a problem. Is this the area Orca took me to? Huh. We're going back to bursting past over Aquafield. We're gonna talk to one of our friends' friends. Yeah, you can't get me by spawning in front of my face, but you can manage to get me with that fucking bullshit. I swear, sometimes I forget that that thing's there. No, I did not get the cat her crack. So guys, here's what I'm trying something new. Since Twitch is not giving me any sort of option to actually turn off ads, because I really wish I could. I'm gonna go ahead and try using the scheduling system for that. That way there won't be any pre-rolls, and I'll have an idea of when those are actually going to happen. So we can make sure there's nothing crazy or too entertaining happening when there's an ad in the stream. If you guys have feedback on things like that, please let me know once the stream's over, and we can go ahead and try to find the way that works best. Because I just wish I could get rid of that shit. It's not like I even get that much money for it. I got like, what, 80 cents last time from ads in a month? What? Yeah, get rid of them. I wish I could. Nobody like ads. Oh, geez. T, I just noticed that. You're terrible. I love you. You know, I'm surprised they don't charge 50 cents for gumballs now. Wait, what? Oh, thank you, Ghost. I appreciate it, hun, but shouldn't you be saving? You need to get ready to get out of there as soon as you can, hun. I very much appreciate it, though. I can't tell what direction I'm going. I've got food on my brain and I haven't finished eating yet. God damn it. Oh yeah, I know what I was doing now. That took me a moment. It did the biddy notification twice. Again. I need to figure out what's happening with that, because I have no clue. Who's the lowest level ones? Elk and the weed cat.
Okay.
And I know, I haven't gotten the quest for Mia to get her weed yet. I did get Pyrrhus' quest.
Right, let's go.
That was pretty fucking funny. The thing that got me was I couldn't understand why you get an item that makes you stupid. What? Got custard on my head? I don't know. It hasn't given me the quest yet. Not like I've got a guide for this on hand. Oh yeah, I need to interact with the gates. Silly me. Ah,
Huh? You're a friend of Orca? That's why you know this place. So, how is he doing?
He...
told Bob about Orca being data drained.
That's incredible. That rumor, it can't be.
rumor? Orca also mentioned it.
About there's something unknown, lurking within the world. You never heard about it?
That's what Orca was investigating?
I don't have the details. Linda was asking him all kinds of questions. Maybe she knows more about it. She's probably at Delta, buried pagan fiery sands.
Thank you. I'll check it out.
Oh, and here.
Secret reason.
I think Orca was going to give this to you.
Wonder what that is. Let's see what it is. Key items. Yeah. It's the guy who did Izzy. He did Waffle and Tail Concerto and other things too. A lot of the... Over 50 grunty food. Movie 4. What is KKM? I'm not quite sure, Foxer. Hyokara Mao? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's an isekai. BL elements? Bah. Go figure. Japan was less sensitive about that than the States. That's kind of funny. Or should I say North America? Either way, it's, like, probably cringe. Oh, that's cool. Why the fuck would they remove it then? Is it because thought people were that sucking sensitive? Good God. Non-TOS version of Yahweh. Well, that's an interesting way to put it, isn't it? Grab. Nope, I don't want it. I don't want it. Fuck off. Hey! Oh no, not these fuckers. This is going to be hell. Fuck you, confusers. God, this is painful. Oh, my booty. More. Oh. No. My butt. Why do things have to have confuse? Another Vor dungeon. Yay! Hey, hey. There we go. Buff everything. All right. That should help.
Bloody egg! Meonic Cruise! Onigun! Laura!
All right, turn him loose with magic, blow everything up. Woo! Explosions. They are pretty. Game. I don't know what that does, but it's a thing.
Cruzant!
There we go. That popped nicely.
There's never a dull... Thanks. There's never a dull moment with you. Thanks. There's never a dull moment with you. Thanks. There's never a dull moment. Thanks.
Yes? What is it?
Apparently there's going likely starting soon. Ready to go do your bathroom breaks, drinks, whatever. Unless it's misleading me. I don't know how this bloody thing works, and they expect us to still use it. Bah. Ah. Welcome back, guys. Honestly, I'm wondering if that's probably going to cause more disruption and everything. I might just turn it back off. I don't think it'll be worth it.
There's never.
Yeah, fuck it, I'm turning it off. I don't want to deal with that. I don't think it's going to help anything either. Uh, uh, yeah, let's get. Alright, zoom, zoom, zoom. Too disruptive. Not bothering with it anymore.
Yes? What is
Yeah. I just wish we could get rid of them. Like, here's the thing. Unfortunately, the one non-disruptive ad option that they have doesn't disable pre-rolls. So there's no fucking point. Like, the problem is, it's pointless. Ads are just that. Annoying. Bah! Smacked in the face with something. I'm not sure what it was. Ghost, you and the others are welcome to join in here if you want. What was that? I heard it.
Are you Orca's friend?
Yeah.
Bob told me about you. It's about the rumor, right? The world is not just an online game. There's something with some other purpose lurking inside it.
Some other purpose?
I don't know. After all, it's just a rumor. And I'm not sure if it even exists. But Orca and Balmunk were working together to find the truth about it.
Orca and Balmunk.
Balmunk of the Azure Sky, Orca of the Azure Sea. The most powerful party known as Descendants of Fianna. But even Orca. Take my advice. Forget about the rumor.
But I can't do that.
Hmm?
I am Orca's friend.
I see. So that's your reason. In that case, check out Delta, Lonely Silent Great Seal. Orca told me he found a strange room in that area. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.
There's an odd combination of just pure gamers and role players, and seems to veer more towards role playing. Then again, in an MMO that kind of makes you feel that integrated into it, I wouldn't be surprised if people started adopting that approach more often. Ah! You little shit. Bad. Bad toaster. You don't need to be a protogen to be a toaster. Why? Would you prefer that I call you a hairdryer or something else instead? Bah. Let's follow the cookie trail. Protected area. You cannot work. Fuck you. Gate hack. The animation they did for that is pretty weird. And this is why we have the flashing light warning. Alright, there we go. We got all those in place. Oof. Eject teeth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The jelly roll has invaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome to.
Oh.
The cat's talking about her
you
fucking
doing?
weed again.
The cat's talking about what?
Mia is all about that aromatic grass.
Okay. What? Some equipment arrived today.
Okay, and what arrived?
A ring light.
Ring light. Okay.
Because I need some better lighting for my desk. And ISD I had just enough points for this ring light ISD had on their rewards website. So it's like that's perfect.
Hello, Jesus.
I got rid of all these useless things that I got and replaced them with a useful thing.
Ah.
Bah.
I keep forgetting to go back to the fucking merchant.
What's that?
Data drain, living dead. Virus core, beh. I don't think my eyes like the flickering of these dungeons. I'm doing good, Matthias. How are you?
I am also going alright.
Me data drain. Come on. There we go. Ah, getting organized this year? That's always good. Well, thanks for being slow, you little shit. Now she died because of it. Let me use it now, please. Ah. Fair enough. Organizing shit is a bastard.
Yeah. I hate organizing things.
I really need to paint again soon.
I have any brightness settings.
Being blinded?
Yeah, sorta. And the answer was yes. It could go down by 1. Just to figure out what lighting is optimal.
By the way, folks, how's the audio balancing?
Oh, it sounds great.
Alright. Everyone can hear you just fine versus the game and everything else? Because that seems to have been a problem a few times. Maybe it was just Neos?
Maybe. All the audio balance sounds fine.
I'm gonna need help figuring out how to get the audio working just right in Neos if I'm gonna stream that again soon. Because you could barely hear people in it.
Either I'm gonna have to mute your stream at the tab just so I can't hear my own voice.
That's fair. But... I still kind of wish that the video that came through the capture card looked as good as it did on the TV. I'm not sure if there's a filter or something that the television's using. But when I look at the capture card direct feed, it doesn't look as good. It just looks so much cleaner on the TV.
Yes?
You get my meaning?
Sorta.
Huh?
I guess it could just be down to how the TV is made.
Maybe. It's a decent
Big
old.
difference.
It's a decent old Samsung 1080p. Nothing too special. It was probably a high-end one at the time it came out. I got it from my parents. And it's not a smart TV, so there's that. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to have a smart TV if I get a 4K one.
Yeah, like, I even got a 4K monitor, and it has smart TV features. Like, it's hard to find things that don't have computers in them these days.
And the thing is, smart TVs don't really offer anything a console doesn't already cover. So, what's the point other than them trying to harvest my data?
Well, you don't have to watch the thing on the console. You can just turn the console off and watch it on the TV.
But why? I never
You
do
know?
that. Besides, why would I want to give my data
Being
to Samsung
sarcastic.
or LG or whoever? I'm already giving it to fucking Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. I might as well just stick with that.
Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to giving companies data, I'm not too concerned. Because, like, despite the fact that, like, they have all the data they need from me to serve me the proper ads that I'm actually looking for. They still give me ads for products I will never desire,
Yeah.
like gambling.
But here's the thing: there's they want to advertise to us. They want my data so badly to do that. But here's the thing: half the stuff that they advertise is nothing I give a flying fuck about. Nada.
And with your, and even with your data, the advertisements are still the same.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I'm not interested in a Coca-Cola. If I want it, I'll go buy it. I don't need to see anything about it. It's not going to make me go out and do it. Besides, I have my G Fuel.
Coca-Cola ads. All I get ads for is freaking. If it ain't a politics ad, it's a gambling ad. And if it's neither of those, it's a fucking phone ad.
I still have my Note 9.
Yes.
You can, Gun. You're welcome in, honey. Hop on in.
Though I guess
There's
sometimes
never-
I do get insurance/roadside assistant ads.
Here's the thing. Why make ads for things we need anyway?
So we know they exist.
So we choose their versions instead of someone else's versions.
But here's the thing. I'm not going to look at an ad for making an informed decision. I'm going to look at consumer reviews, which often does not help those those people buying the ads.
Yeah, but you want most people. Most people go, ooh, ad, this looks nice, me buy.
Like, here's the thing. I've
Because
never once had an ad for VR.
Mine is, are there people besides Facebook putting ads out there?
I don't know. I wish I could see some Valve advertising. Then again, anyone who's on the Steam platform, which is most gamers for PC, already knows about it. So
Valve has its in-house marketing through the Steam platform.
need a restorative on L. What even is that ability? Does restorative not deal with the whatever that is? Oh, I have to use antidote for it. What the fuck?
Don't make too much sense.
This is bullshit.
Like that.
Because it basically just stuns me so I can't do anything, and now I'm about to get a game over.
Wow.
Ah. This is painful. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I nearly wiped. That sucked. Ow.
Well, on the bright side, even if you did wipe, you'd still be cute.
Blah.
Be cute. Anyways, like, nearly 5:30 p.m. here. I'm gonna go get some dinner.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why what?
I just said bye.
Oh, is that on my end? 'Cause of
I did
the
it in a
voice? Sounded
silly
like you said
voice.
Why instead of I. Ah.
You goof. Alright, that was scree-worthy.
Someone say goofy. Yeah.
You are very much adorable. And again, I think most of us are.
Pretty much.
Yep. Cat, go away, not now. So what have you been building?
Me? Mostly just recovering from the convention this last week. Conventions take a lot of effort, resources, and whatnot.
I've still never been to one, so I wouldn't know.
Well, guess which one's just a convention in general, or one of those specifically?
I've never been to any convention.
Okay.
Yep. I just haven't had the time off or anything like that to do it before. But now that I don't work weekends anymore, it might be possible. Cutscene. That is a broken chair.
What is this place? The room. It's gone.
Epitaph question mark.
It's like someone gouged
Yeah,
everything that was here.
That's kind of trippy.
No use staying here. I should head back.
Weird ass shit. Honestly, this game would probably be good inspiration for software gore landscape. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yes? What is it? Yeah.
Oh, I've got something that someone who can definitely use those.
Thanks for
Today's been.
All right. Data, even contacting Alf's friend. I'm meeting up with Meg at Data, Great Distant Fertile Land. So why don't you come as well? Let's pray there's something.
It's you. What? Got it. I'll make use of it. What? Got it.
I. Theta, there.
I'm going to Theta, great distant fertile.
And they say that with such conviction when they leaked out those things.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Ghost. You probably found a Steam gift card thing, right? Ah, okay. Because they won't let you buy it directly now. That. That.
What? Got it. I'll make use of it. What? Got it. I'll make use of it.
That's good, Ghost.
What? Got it.
Save. Because saving is important.
I'm going to Theta.
Great, another darkness.
I'll
I'll meet you in the deepest level of the dungeon, okay?
Hopefully that'll make it a bit more resistant. I hope.
Yeah? What's up? Yeah. Yeah? What? Yeah. Yeah? What? Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
What I want to know is why we can't have these games on Steam. Pumpkin. Creepy face dungeon. Ribs. Anyway, be right back. I kind of hope that the games further on in the series at least mix up the formula for these. Because if the entire series is just this, it's going to get old. Yeah. Yeah. Pain in the ass.
Bloody egg!
Egg.
At least it's not an immature one.
It was like, amateur egg. If it was spelled, they would go dumb.
Golden egg!
Bodie eggy. There's not that many monsters in it.
What?
That's a bit funky.
Nebula! Nebula! Juke repulse!
Singing Blade. I don't know, the last time I saw that in a movie or something else, it ended poorly. Blade Master. Not bad. Pretty good, actually.
Laura!
The fuck? Baby worm. Ranger's boots. Cool. Sounds good. It's an improvement.
Bloody egg.
Mm-hmm.
What? I have nothing to say.
Oh, me? I'm
Here she is.
I'm just a little bit focused on the game, but not too much else is going on.
Ah, okay. Cutscene, cool.
Hello.
And dot hack was like one of the coolest things back when I was younger.
Yep.
Meg, what's the name of the area Alf went to? Forget about it. Huh? What do you mean by that? I just posted the keywords to that area on the board, but it seems to be dangerous. I'm sorry. Hey, wait! Stop! She's gone.
Yeah, the board.
Ew. Better get it before it gets deleted. What's the keyword? I want to try it. Message deleted. Here's more Bob messages. First day logged in, a guy named Orca was really helpful. If he's famous? Orca healed me. It was a descendant of Fianna that cleared the One Sin event. I've seen an enemy called the One Sin. Where is it? Descendants of Fianna. One Sin was a limited time character, so it's not around. It's a pain to kill it. Since the Fianna is a name for Balmung of the Azure Sky and Orca of the Azure Sea. They're the best. That's like really cool. I'll start calling myself Celery of Vitamin. Oh, that was cringe. Rumor has it there's a company developing an OS that's not Ultimate. That's true. It isn't the first time since Twilight of the New Gods. Kind of excited. What's that again? The Nibelung's Ring? Wagner? Read? That's supposed to be. Network Safety Law. Call for reform. Call for reform of the Network Safety Law. This can't kill someone just because they created some computer virus. Mail. Message deleted. What the hell am I supposed to do? It's just screaming conspiracy. Comatose. Reason unknown. Two high school students in Kanazawa, city of Ishikawa Prefecture, were found unconscious in their club room. One has regained consciousness at the hospital, but the other, Tomonari Kasumi, is still in a coma. No drugs or any other addictive medications were found in their systems upon examination. The cause of their unconsciousness is still under investigation.
They got acute VR poisoning.
They got brain fucked by a virus. Network safety law reform. At a special congressional session today, the debate began on amending the network law that prohibits any actions or gathering that may cause the network to function improperly or unsmoothly, resulting in damage or an obstruction. The law passed in 2003 to conform with international laws regulated by the leadership of the World Network Council, WNC. The death sentence, maximum penalty under that law, has been handed down to the culprit responsible for the December 2003 outbreak, Deadly Flash. This was the worst computer virus outbreak in the previous network era. The sentence has not yet been carried out. The main focus of the debate has been whether or not to remove the death penalty from the law. The significance and existence of the law itself is being hotly debated, as no major cybercrime has occurred since the distribution of Ultimate. And many believe that there is no danger in the future. Interesting. It's actually starting to pick up with its story a bit, but damn, it was a slow start. That's okay, Gun. Do what you need to. Let's check the other server. Next time you and Orca eat spaghetti I make, see? Ah.
I see you're in here hacking again.
Hey.
Hope you don't get some kind of infection.
Ah. How are you doing, B?
I'm good. I just got a lot of homebrewing done.
Ah. So you're feeling better, a lot better with the winter past?
Yeah.
That's good. I was starting to get worried.
You know how winter is. I just have no fucking energy.
Time for extra caffeine.
Yeah.
I guess I need to go and do a random dungeon. Get party. Huh?
Next week, I should be getting my sneak.
Hey.
I'm also thinking of giving Gamer Subs another try because there's a flavor I really want to try of theirs.
Well, if it's something you want to try, go for it.
Peach iced tea, because G Fuel refuses to bring theirs back.
Well, you could just mix use tea with the Sonic Peach ring too.
No, peach iced tea didn't have that like candy peach flavor. It tasted more like an actual peach.
Did you try that Naruto Sage Mode one?
No, I haven't bought any new stuff in a few months.
I'd highly recommend.
The newest flavors I have are Doozy Fruit and Flavor Fusion.
Doozy Fruit's pretty good.
It is. I like it a lot. It tastes like Kool-Aid. It's like a more sour version of Kool-Aid fruit punch is the big way to put it. Like if you just mixed citric acid into it.
Activate the scrap trap. Alright, let's see if this gets weird playing with two.
Yeah, that D&D class I'm working on, I have been doing total balance overhauls on stuff.
I'm curious as to what's going on.
Well, the subclass that basically makes it like the rogue got a very major change to how their sneak attack works.
Yeah.
They got a D6 every 2 levels. Now they get a D4 every level, but that's every level from 3 onward.
Ah, okay.
So you're not waiting and going, this level I don't get a bonus to my sneak attack damage. You get a bonus to your sneak attack every level.
Alright. So you're trying to make it more comfy too.
Yeah. I don't want you to ever have a level in this class where you're like, fuck, well I basically get nothing.
Oh, so, by the way, I decided to download my entire GOG library to an external hard drive.
Yeah?
I was surprised by how many D&D games I have. The MS-DOS days of Dungeons & Dragons games was prolific, to say the least.
There were a lot of dungeon crawlers back then.
The question is, are those worth playing?
Yeah, they're like Wolfenstein-style dungeon crawlers.
Apparently it comes with a bunch of goodies, like maps of the dungeons and stuff like that, too.
You know what game I want to play? The Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. I want to play the source port of that. Oh, also I buffed. I'm more comfortable talking about this on stream because of how the project went and how it's kind of shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate ability for Gunsmith for rifles got dramatically reworked. It no longer requires you to spend your trick shot die. It's just, if you have advantage on an attack, roll 3 die instead of 2. Take the highest result. If you get a critical hit, ignore all resistances and immunities to damage.
Okay.
Other things were changed, like originally the Silencer subclass added Charisma to Initiative, now they add Proficiency to Initiative instead because they're not meant to be Charisma based.
By the way, I do have a DR group meeting a little bit before the D&D game on D&D game time on Saturday. I don't think it'll be in the way though.
We'll bonk you if it is.
It shouldn't. I think it's 2 hours ahead of it.
Yeah, I can always call you on your phone as well.
Wow.
I have your phone number, nerd.
Yeah, that's the kind of funny thing. International people usually aren't able to actually call me. Weird.
I have unlimited international calling up to 40 or up to 240 minutes a month, but
Right, run! Jukes up!
yeah, if you could be in fucking Calcutta and I could call you on your phone so long as you have service.
Which is kind of funky.
Like, the world is so small now. It's kind of weird.
Also, I found out that I also have all those, then, like, some Neverwinter one, like that. Icewind Dale. So many.
Icewind Dale was a pretty good game. I'll say it's kind of surreal that, like, you could send a message to Bangladesh and it would take less than a second to get there.
Yeah, imagine what trading companies would have thought if they knew that that was going to happen eventually.
In France, they had this system of mechanisms that went on top of towers, and the mechanisms could move into different positions, and they would use this to essentially sign an early version of Morse code. And this was used for military messaging. Until some entrepreneurs managed to bribe people who were working in these towers to essentially sneak in trading information from, like, one city to another, allowing them to get a competitive edge in trading markets because they knew developments before anybody else. And they had to make it illegal to do that.
Well, they should have just enabled it for everyone. Just had a separate system set aside for non-military use.
I don't think it would have been a good idea because somebody had to be manned every, certain little while. It would have been messy to try and have a public one. I get why they didn't want, people using it for trading. But yeah, in France, before the telegram, the telephone, any of that, they had these big towers and they got co-opted by businessmen to try and make money.
Sounds like the clacks from Discworld.
Imagine, like, something kind of like an aerial on top of your roof, but all of the individual pieces can move into different positions and make different shapes. And somebody inside would have to be, like, reading and then setting the mechanism to, like, match the shape of whichever one was adjacent to them. And that's how it was like it's like lighting the fucking flame of Gondor,
Yes?
Yeah, that's actually... They did something similar to that in Discworld, too.
Yeah. I still need to read Discworld, but I can't find a copy of the book that I really want, because I've looked in stores, and I guess I have to order it online.
Which one?
Monstrous Regiment. It's the one where it's Mulan, but everybody in the squad is a woman. Except the captain, who's a trans man.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. I also like that Terry Pratchett was a trans ally. That's like 10 out of 10 legit.
Pratchett I don't think he could ever really be described as someone who's really that conservative of a mind.
I like how his daughter and one of his best friends have to go around Twitter telling people that no, he was not bigoted against anybody, quit using him as like an example of like being transphobic.
Why do people want to accuse him of being transphobic?
There were TERFs trying to say that he would have been a TERF if he was still alive.
Basically insulting him and his daughter.
Dude, these people are like an audible toilet flush in human form. Like, okay? Like, they don't care if what they say is accurate. They just want to hate people for existing. Yeah, Terry Pratchett said that he was really happy that people saw themselves in the dwarves, the trans dwarves in Discworld. Also, they had a lot of stuff about men who wanted to be witches and women who wanted to be wizards. That was also a thing, if I remember correctly.
Defying gender roles and stereotypes.
Yeah.
I believe that was, what was it called? Something Rights?
Yeah, I need to read some Discworld, but, like, here's the thing.
Equal Rights. R-I-T-E-S.
Yeah. I need to read more, but Monstrous Regiment, I think, is the most pro-trans book that he ever wrote. Like, implicitly, for trans rights, because the narrator respects the character's pronouns as it goes through, and like that was like for a new piece of fiction, you know, that's cool, but for a piece of fiction from the 90s, like, oh boy.
Like I said, I think from what I understand of him, he's one of the more progressive writers out there.
Yep. Yeah, I'll stand him.
And as usual, people want to try to do their best to co-opt him into things other than that.
I want to see what stuff his daughter's written, because I know she's a writer too, but she doesn't just like she doesn't just follow after what her dad did. She also does a lot of her own stuff.
She did finish up some of his books and finish up the stories of Discworld, but she's fairly content to go ahead and leave that world behind her.
Yeah, which I completely respect. Like, you can't just live your entire life, like, how do I put it? Look at Hayao Miyazaki's son, who is miserable making movies and gets continually forced into it by his family, and all he wants to do is be a normal fucking businessman. He has no interest in being a director.
When's he finally just gonna tell his dad off?
I'm hoping that happens, because, like, The Earwig and the Witch was a terrible movie, but it's not really his fault. He didn't want to fucking direct it in the first place. It's like if you forced somebody to, like, bake you a cake and then complained that the cake wasn't very good, but it's like you held them at gunpoint, my dude. Of course the cake wasn't good. I heard the Earwig and the Witch book was better, which I wouldn't be surprised.
I've never heard of it.
The Ghibli movie's weird because they did it in 3D, but like the Ghibli art style doesn't translate to 3D one-to-one the way that they want it to, because no 2D art style does. If you look at Ni no Kuni, all those characters were designed with 3D in mind.
And now they're destroying the series with fucking... You know how it is already.
Yeah, like, here's the thing about 2D to 3D. A lot of people don't seem to understand that when you're trying to take a 2D character design and then move it to 3D, you have to take artistic liberties, because 2D is it's a two-dimensional representation of 3D space. It doesn't work. It's you have to fill in that third dimension yourself, and that is entirely up to you to do. It's not just something that you can like pull out of thin air. That it takes artistic ability and talent to do. So with the Earwig and the Witch, it seems like they tried to just force it without considering how the change between 2D and 3D would affect things.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, I like mad respect to people who do things like Dragon Ball Fighter Z is a really good game, and the art style is incredible because they managed to really capture what was great about the 2D art style in 3D, which, again, not easy to do because you have to fill in the blanks.
In essence, it's a translation.
Yeah, you have to translate it, and that there's no like paint by numbers way to do it.
You have to look at the character, you have to look at their design, and you have to basically build it.
Exactly. Like, you can take a fucking full, like, character sheet, you know, like, reference sheet, model sheet, I think is the best term. You can take a full model sheet of a character and show it to 5 different 3D artists and get them to render that character in 3D. And it would look slightly different for all of them, because you're not just like paint by numbers, like, oh, this is just
because it comes down to perception.
Path. It comes down to perception, absolutely, and there's artistic talent in there.
So basically, you have to draft everything, and once you find a vision for a particular character that matches with what you're looking for, you then have to have those working on it have to go ahead and copy that style. But you have to get it there first.
Yeah, so like, that's the big issue with the Earwig and the Witch, is like, it just seems like nobody involved understood that kind of difference between the two animation styles. Also, in 3D animation, it is so much harder to put in the principles of 2D animation. Follow through, squash and stretch, smear frames, things like that.
But you have to use, if you can get the same kind of effect that you're looking for, but it's achieved a different way.
Yeah, if you look at all the character models in Overwatch, the more detailed versions that are used in cutscenes have 2 meshes. There's the default mesh, and then there's a warpable mesh. And those are warped by hand, vertice by vertice, for every single frame of the rendering in cutscenes, in order to achieve smear frames. So essentially, they're like literally stretching the character out, and people will pause in the middle of these cutscenes and say, "Look at how bad the animation is. Their arms are stretched." It's like, yeah, that's because they're using the version of the mesh that's designed to be stretched so that they can make a smear frame.
Mm-hmm.
It adds that little.
It's the same with Disney.
It adds that little bit of cartooniness.
Also, hate it when people will like pause an anime and go, "Look how bad this frame is," and it's either a fucking in between or a smear frame, and it's like my day. Like, you could say that like certain things look bad, but if you're just zooming in on every individual frame and not like paying attention to how it looks in general when it's being played, then I don't know what to say for you.
By the way,
As
you
somebody
two should share your art with each other.
Like, as somebody who studied animation in high school and considered going on to study it in university,
Ghost.
Also, I have studied it since then in my free time. Yeah, it really pisses me off when people are like, this animation should be 60 frames, or this animation looks so bad because it has a smear frame.
These people are idiots.
Oh, slap. Animation is so fucking hard. Like, like art is hard in general. Animation, oh my god, it's a visual art where anything that you make is going to be appreciated for like a 12th of a second at most. It also pissed me off how many people hated that Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse was animated on 2s, because it actually looked really good because of it.
Animated on 2s, like every 2 frames?
Yeah, most of what happens in that movie is that you'll have 2 identical frames, so it's running at 24 frames per second, but it's doubling up frames for most things. There were some things in that movie that were animated on 1s, so they are, you know, going at a smoother frame rate, but all of the characters were animated on 2s. It was mostly the backgrounds that got animated on 1s.
By the way, Lasiris had said something about Studio Trigger animes as far as that goes with that person.
Studio Trigger, I don't think of Studio Trigger as really an animate on 2s kind of studio, but it depends. Like, there were some times when, like, in BNA where Michiru was kind of, looked like they were animated on 2s for the really fast action parts, and that kind of makes sense because they're doing, like, a bunch of, like, smears. The reason that they would animate on 2s in that situation is to make it look choppy intentionally to kind of convey the power. Because it gives you this feeling like things are rumbling, if that makes sense. So, like, when she's, like, pulling back for a pitch, like, the ball will be animated on 2s sometimes. Oh yeah. Trigger definitely does a lot of, like, squash and stretch and smears. They actually do a really good job at squash and stretch in BNA. Like, there's characters whose entire, like, fucking body squash and stretches whenever they, like, move. It's really funny.
It seems like people want to just be critics without actually knowing what they're critiquing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. People who don't know a whole lot about animation try to criticize it when they don't even know how to animate. I mean, there is fair criticism to be made. Like, if animation looks bad, it looks bad, and you don't need to be an animator to see it.
Golden egg.
Like, a lot of people were like, the Earwig and the Witch looks weird, I don't like the animation, and, like, they don't know, like, most of these people don't know about animation, but, like, it's just, like, common sense that it looks bad. So it's not like you need to be an animator to criticize animation, but when you're trying to, like, nitpick things like smear frames, it's like, what the fuck? And I brought up smears a lot, but that's literally what it is. It's like, that's the biggest one. It's in-betweens and smears get, like, picked apart by people who are, like, randomly pausing anime and, like, animated movies to try and, like, say that it's bad.
Like, anytime you pause certain animation, you're bound to get something looking fucking cursed.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I want to talk about things that irk me in animation, where I'm like, they really needed to, you know, increase the budget or give the animators more time, it's characters being off-model. Off-model characters is very off-putting to me. Like, you can intentionally go off-model, and then, like, that's fine. It's like, it's clearly done for an effect. But then there's, like, you're watching a show, and then for one shot, a character just has, like, an abnormally long neck, and you're just left there wondering why their neck is so long. And it's not to be mistaken for, like, characters being far away and being drawn in less detail, because another thing I noticed was people would take, like, background characters in One Piece and, like, zoom in on them and go, oh, look how bad the animation is. This character, Zoro looks really weird in this frame. But he's, like, super far away from the camera, so of course they drew him in less detail. One anime that used squash and stretch a lot was, or not squash, smear frames that also got, like, smeared for it, was Naruto. I remember there's this one shot of Pain, one of the villains, like, flying at somebody and trying to punch them, and people were like, look at how weird his face looks. And I can't help but look at it and say, I mean, it's intentionally, he's supposed to look off-putting, like, they're trying to convey that he's insane and just, like, wildly trying to punch somebody. Like, I don't like the show that much, but, like, this is, like, not bad unintentionally. It's like the Tita's laugh. It's supposed to be off-putting.
Yeah, it's because when you think about the context of it, the laugh was meant to sound completely fake and forced. Like, as a kid, it was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But when I'm older and have a better understanding of things like that, then yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
Listeners, you're completely right. It's petty to look at a single frame of animation and pause on it just to say that it looks bad. Because, like, again, like, animation isn't all just good by default, and you can usually see if an animation is bad, but where you're gonna see animation is bad is when it's playing, because animation isn't meant to be seen frame by frame, picked apart individually. It's meant to be taken as a whole.
It's also very hard to do it right.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not a slideshow, it's supposed to give the illusion of movement by showing you frames rapidly. So if, like, the culmination of those frames taken together is bad, that's the issue. Like, you could probably find plenty of frames in The Thief and the Cobbler that look weird, but The Thief and the Cobbler is beautifully animated.
It is stunning. Remember when we watched that? That was great.
Yeah, I actually really like that movie. I can gush for hours about animation. I think it's one of the best art forms. It's infinite expression. If you can think of it, you can animate it. I mean, some things are harder to animate than others, like horses. Oh god.
Ooh, mini leggy.
Horses are very hard to animate, and this is becoming a problem for the show JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because the next part, after the current one, is a bunch of cowboys riding across the United States on horses. So they're probably gonna have to use, like, CG for the horses in order to fit it in the budget, and I won't blame them.
Dude, little shit in the Discord sounds. You menace. Ah.
Yeah, I don't blame animators for using 3D, like, in certain situations just to make things easier, like horses or, like, a large number of background characters. Cars can be hard to animate because they have a lot of very specific angles. I don't blame them for that.
It's just a lot that's difficult.
But if you want to talk about unappealing, ugly animation, Berserk, the newer ones. The posing is bad, the keyframing is bad, the fucking storyboarding is bad. Yeah, there've been some weird, like, bad animations recently. Like, it always sucks when you see good animation in a movie that sucks, though. Like, good animation can't save a terrible movie for the most part. Like, the Emoji movie was animated quite well.
But it's
Like,
a bad movie.
It's a bad movie, but I can't fault the animators for it. The animators did a great job. It's Sony Animation Studios, and Sony has always done a good job with animation, from what I can tell. They may enter the Spider-Verse, but the screenplay sucked, so that doesn't, redeem it. There are some movies where the art can carry a bad screenplay, though. Howl's Moving Castle is a good example. That movie's so beautiful, I forget that it doesn't have a plot.
The original book has the plot a lot better organized.
If you wanted to fit everything that was in that book into a movie properly, though, it would have to be at least 2 movies.
God damn it! Ghost is being a menace today. He's just firing off weird noises and everything else.
Also, Lyciris, Mecha. Mecha can be hard to animate, but it depends on how complex the designs are. If you look at Gundam, they designed them to be easier to animate. Especially the Cyclops ones, I forget what they're called. The one-eyed mechs.
Gurren Lagann was some weird ones.
I like Gurren Lagann a lot. I will say that Gurren Lagann's in my top 10 anime.
It's so fucking weird, though. I actually, I don't know if I was high or something at the time, but I watched that whole thing all the way through.
Did you watch the TV version or the movie version?
The whole series.
So, you watched, the anime and the movies?
I don't think I watched... I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Okay, they originally did an anime, and then they did, Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, the movie. There was 2 movies. One covered everything up until they won the first war, and then the next movie was everything that happened, like, when the exterminator bots showed up and they ended up going into space.
Oh, I remember that too.
So in the movie, the final battle is much bigger. In the original Gurren Lagann, they don't end up summoning Super Tengen Toppa, the super big robot the size of the universe.
That movie was batshit insane no matter how you slice it.
It was batshit insane. In the movie, they summon Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, which is the size of the universe, and then they use Giga Drill Break, and the drill is 100 times the size of the universe.
It's one of those games where you go like, Durr.
Gurren Lagann starts with a kid like fucking like shoveling dirt and ends with galaxies being thrown at people. It's fucking weird, and it's only like 20 episodes to do it. Oh, that sucks, Lyciris. Lost media, it sucks when you have lost media like that, where, like, the original masters to Dragon Ball are, a lot of them are gone, and some of them that survive don't have the audio track anymore.
Like the original, by masters, you mean the master copy?
Yeah, they didn't see these as, like, worth keeping around, and they just recorded over them.
So they did the same thing that they did to Doctor Who.
Yeah, essentially. So that's why, often if you watch modern re-releases of the original Dragon Ball, the audio quality is terrible or it's redone.
And I guess some of the shows even have to be redone.
Yeah, it sucks. They completely lost the audio, and so they had to go to, like, the tapes that they were sending out to the stations, essentially.
Because some of them held on to it.
Yeah, and then you have to imagine that there's, 40 years of tape rot. So that gets even worse at that point. I am a huge proponent of art preservation. Not to get hugely political, I think there are good things that can come out of the concept of conservatism, and one of them is art preservation, but it seems like a lot of mainstream conservative parties don't give a shit about it.
I would call that your average political conservatism, though.
Yeah, but in terms of the core concept, it's about preserving the past. Art preservation is about preserving our art for future generations. That's a conservative idea to me.
But it doesn't fit the mindset.
It doesn't fit the mindset. It doesn't fit the narrative. But I would be more interested in what the conservatives of my country have to say, the Conservative Party has to say, if they were talking more about things like art preservation than they were about hating trans people.
I haven't really ran into many conservatives that actually say they hate people. That's just what media tends to do.
The loudest ones are that way.
Pretty much.
You'll find that there are plenty... everyone's different. There's no single thing as much as some groups would like to say.
Yeah, but I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole, but yeah, art preservation is a very important thing to me. Even as the fucking so left don't make your teeth hurt fucking yeah.
I'm a really big fan of preserving old games, abandonware and stuff like that.
Yes. Yep. All of it needs to be preserved.
Yeah, it's one of my bigger things.
I think it's really sad when you look at games like Darkspore that you can't play anymore. They're just gone.
Yeah, I played that game. I enjoyed it. I can't go play it anymore.
Because no one reverse engineered the servers. Yeah, it's a crying shame.
One game that's really hard to preserve, and I want more of an effort to preserve it, is The Lost Souls of Tang No, I think it's called, Eastern Mind. Let me look this up. Eastern Mind, The Last Souls of Tang No is a really weird game. It's an early 3D game, and it's entirely an allegory for the concept of reincarnation. And it's a very weird game. I'd say it's weirder than LSD Dream Emulator. And it's very hard to find. And I've been trying to find it any way I can, but any copies that do pop up on the market go for exorbitant prices. I'm gonna look on eBay, see if anybody's selling this game. Nobody.
Hello, Ashton.
There is
fucking things at me. Go ahead, Pete.
There is nobody on eBay in any country selling Eastern Mind, The Lost Souls of Tang No. That's how rare this game is.
If you run into him, tell him I said hi. I'll die if I stop talking.
Gun teasers, so... Well, hello, you too. Bye. I just had my brain derail. Oh yeah, I was putting out new equipment to different characters.
Wait. Another game that's been hard to preserve is the Magic the Gathering Chandalar game, because it's in copyright hell.
Okay.
It could be argued that it's abandonware, but technically there's multiple companies who hold copyrights and trademarks in it. And it's been taken down from sites before, so that sucks.
Right.
Yeah. There's so many companies that just hold these games hostage.
I'd actually like to see you try and play Magic the Gathering Chandalar.
Yeah, but it plays like the card game.
Oh, it does. It's a CRPG where combat is done via Magic the Gathering duels. But you and your opponent have less health, so it's not as long as a normal match of Magic.
I haven't been into Magic in years.
I think you might enjoy it. It's a solid CRPG in general, and Magic the Gathering is one of the best card games on the market, so...
I'll have to have that as a...
I need to get you to play Star Realms. That game's fucking great.
Star Realms?
It's an everything in the box card game. It's space themed. It's very comparable to Star Trek and Star Wars. So you start with 50 life and a deck of 10 cards, and then at the start of the match, 4 cards are flipped up into the trade zone. And on your turn, you can get combat, which you use to damage ships and other players.
Wait a minute.
What?
I think I saw people playing that in Neos.
Yeah, and so you have to gain money to buy ships from the trade row so that you can put them into your deck, and you use combat to shoot down opponents' space stations and to damage their health. And you win by reducing somebody's health to 0.
Yeah, I think there's a digital version in there that I was watching people play.
Yeah, there's a digital version on Steam. There's probably a digital version in Neos because it's a very simple game. It's so easy to learn the game. I bet you would enjoy it. It's fun. The version on Steam is like $5 USD, and you get the base set and the ability to play online. There's expansions, but all of the expansions are everything in the box expansions. So it's not like it's... I don't want to get into any new card games where you have to buy booster packs or order singles. It sucks. I like card
There's
games
never a
where
dull
everything
moment
comes
with
in one box and you don't need to buy anything else.
Thanks.
Yeah? What's up? Yeah, up. Yeah?
There's never a dull moment.
Anthony?
Thanks. There's never a dull moment with you.
I got a goodies, but probably. Alright, everything good. Ah. I still think it's funny that we ended up with such a long discussion about animation.
Animation's a fun topic.
Then again, I guess anime game. I think they made the characters' animations in this game purposefully stilted because they're trying to make it reminiscent of MMO characters. Then again, I might just be reading it. I didn't mean to hit that button, but I guess we're going a place. To Noisy Agonizing Spiral. That sounds pleasant.
Fun. Noisy agonizing spiral. Leave on my next commander card. Baba.
Baba da ba da.
Manama.
It's usually going to be someone who tries to fill that in.
Phenomena.
Manamana.
I'm about to do something silly.
What might that be?
I don't have anything handy nearby to cut this packaging opening, or this package open. So I'm grabbing a hobby knife blade, and just using the, holding the blade and cutting it open.
I've done that.
Back into the... I actually bought more hobby blades the other day, and I bought a little container of them. It has 15, and it has a little slot that you can drop hobby blades into, so that you can throw them out.
Yeah.
Which is great, because it's normally a huge pain in the butt to get rid of razor blades.
Because they just cut through the bags?
Yep.
I usually wrap them up in a paper towel.
Yeah. You can't recycle them. So, I put them in the trash.
I think hobby places should have a way to recycle them.
I want to see the ability to recycle old sprues from model kits.
I
Like
don't know. Yeah.
It'd be really cool to see Games Workshop have that a recycling program where you could bring in sprues to official Games Workshop stores and get like store credit or something.
And get like a dollar value per pound.
Yeah. If it was just like, oh yeah, if you bring in a sprue, you get like 25 cents off for each sprue you brought in or something like that. I don't know.
It'd probably be done by weight.
But yeah, it'd be great.
Right by weight.
I'm going a little opulent with this next deck.
Yeah?
Not in terms of the budget for the deck. The budget for the deck is $15.
Golden egg.
But the sleeves are gold colored, so I feel schmancy.
By the way, everyone, T-Boxer is very good at art and definitely deserves commission.
I'm okay at art.
Ah.
I have not seen any of that art yet.
Golden egg.
I'm sure they could share it with you.
I guess I could show you something. You could probably see it on the stream, but like here's a bigger version. This is my icon, which I did myself.
Okay, it's quite nice.
Hey.
Now this isn't by me, but I quite like this. I got this recently.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, that was a birthday present from Hawthorne, one of my boyfriends.
Bah.
Yeah?
I still can't believe I haven't managed to drag any of you to watch Arcane with me. This show is so fucking good.
He keeps trying to say I should watch it, but yeah.
I've seen one episode of it. Well, maybe two. Yeah, 2 episodes. It's alright.
I love the animation. The animation was really, really well done. And the plot's actually good. There's only one scene in the entire show I don't like. They have a heavy rain moment where one character is like dying while 2 others are having sex, but they just keep cutting between the sex scene and the person dying. And it's really uncomfortable for me when a show does that.
That is obnoxious.
You can't even just skip over it because you're gonna miss all the other, like, important story content.
The sex scene isn't even important to the plot. Like, it never really came into the plot of season 1 that these 2 characters fucked. It's just in there for, like, Game of Thrones reasons. Like, it's supposed to, like, get your attention or something.
For titillation.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm always really uncomfortable when there's an unneeded sex scene in a movie. It's like there's nothing wrong with sex, but this story shouldn't be about sex because it has nothing to do with anything going on.
Alright, that's all dead. Plans for Spooky Month? It's probably going to be Resident Evil. Next month we're going to be doing the things like Violently American Game.
Like FIFA?
FIFA.
No, kidding.
That just sounds silly. Then again, I get the feeling that FIFA fans are basically in an abusive relationship with the publisher.
Yeah. Yep.
And I go like, it's okay. You can quit this relationship. It's healthier this way if you do.
Got that horrible little joke stuck in my head. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you're over 6 foot, your pronouns are fee, fi, fo, fum. And if you're under 5 foot, your pronouns are oompa, loompa, doompa dee doo.
Really?
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules.
Bad Fox.
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, if I hear another helicopter joke, I'm gonna identify as a problem.
Right.
I think I broke organs.
Organs that ABI has not responded.
I will be right back.
After these messages.
I lost XP. Oh, that's another spinny slashy one. Blazing Wheel. But seriously, that identifies a problem joke is one of the best I've heard so far. But I get the feeling that I'm going to probably see that on your Twitter later. I went to a dead end. Yeah, I also realized now that I actually have weekends off, I could technically go to a con if I really wanted to. Because I'd only be asking for 1 day off.
Yeah.
Thank you for the subbies. Hello, Feyor. How are you? The cat was getting bonked. Thank you. Very much so. Ah. What, you only now starting to get set up, Faye? You're starting later now, aren't you?
Dang, it's so late already.
You said I'm being up earlier. They give you weekends off, but they still can't give you any sort of consistent time. I really just hate how employers refuse to give people actual consistent schedules. It's something that needs to be stopped.
Yeah, only more fields were a bit more consistent. But no, that's sometimes it is just bad planning on someone's part.
No, it's because they always try to min-max everything to try to pay as little as possible for any given time. They optimize the humanity out of everything. I know, Faye. There is at least that. Doesn't make it any less. Like, it's less bullshit than before, but it's still bullshit. This is the deleted post. Meg. Data chosen hopeless nothingness. Then he saw a girl and a guy with a red wand playing tag. I received an email from Al's family, which said he slipped into a coma after playing the game. The data volume is increasing in chosen hopeless nothingness. There might be something there. Say they need time or help or something.
Where are you going without me?
It might be there. The bastard that got Yasuhiko.
So you're gonna defeat it?
I don't know if I'm strong enough to do it.
You have to. I'm going with you. Don't even try to stop me. Okay.
Go figure, the character actually has an arc.
The name's Sal the Straight.
Ooh, that's a better axe. Ooh. I don't have anything that can get me traded to that. Yeah, that's right, Faye. I always recognize him as Waffle from Tail Concerto.
Yes? What is it?
I'll need a different bracer.
Yes? What is it?
Do I have one? Alright. I think we're gonna go do that dungeon then. Wow. Doctor has vanished. They have done the poof.
Boof to boof.
Something like that. Protected. System administrators are going like, those meddlesome kids! Ah!
Are
The bracelet. It's shining.
That's not good. Can't be good. I think we're getting more story in this one stream than we have in the past 7.
Maybe they just like took the entire, you know, thing up to that point just to kind of teach you the basics.
It's
Then
not
like,
not a fast starting at all. Like some games, they just grab you by the balls right at the gate. Not this one. Being a butt. Orcatron.
I am quite tired. I'm getting closer to the DJ hours, though.
It's always degen hours here. In more ways than one. Oh man, that hurt. And yes, I'll get a drink. The cats.
Joke's on! Oh well? Be on it, Bruce! On it down!
Master's Axe. That sounds nice. Yeah, being pelted. Is illegible. Epita question.
Right round! Joke's on!
Need to get more drink. Better go do that.
Okay.
Well, I just have to walk around the side of. Come under me.
Some people may be physically there, but realistically, they are mentally not there. They're completely checked out. Oh, no. Certainly not.
Bayor just said he needs to put the Kettle Eon himself. And all I can think of is like, is that the new Eevee evolution, Kettle Eon?
All effective.
If it was the British one, it wouldn't make sense because Jolteon's already a Pokemon, and all the British kettles are electric. So hey, Bayor, I'm not a cheeky sausage. I'm a cheeky taco. Get it right.
sausage in a taco?
A hot dog is technically a taco. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I have an electric kettle.
I'm sure other Americans don't.
Americans are stupid. What else is new? If you like boiling water fast, outside of a pot, that's what you use. Your crispy taco, really, Faye?
Yeah, people kept pointing out, it's like, I played the fifth, I would be like, I played the fifth, and they'd be like, but you're not American, and I'd go, okay, well, I played Section 7 then, fuck you.
Clickbait's pretty good, too.
Section 7 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms is the right to remain silent, including the ability to not be forced to testify against yourself in a court of law.
I swear these drain flies will come back with a fucking vengeance. We don't even know where they come from. Huh?
What are drain flies?
Little tiny weird brownish mini moths that just kind of come up out of your drain.
Ah, they don't have them here.
Probably because it's too bloody cold. They're overwhelming even the traps now at this point. And like we've made sure that there's no residue inside the sinks. So I'm honestly not sure what the fuck is causing it. God, that was annoying. What do you mean, Feyor? I'm not gonna grind on just plain monsters until Kingdom fucking come. Oh. Thanks, I fucking hate it. Quit. He fucks. Bad. Bad Foxy. Naughty.
I don't know if I'm really that naughty. I think we've made Lorgan's like question his reality. He's just sitting here like, love, hope, dreams. Where do they come from, and where do
Where are they
go?
going?
Where do they come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Yeah, there's this one scene in Final Fantasy Dissidia where Kefka says, like, love, hope, dreams, where do they come from and where do they go? And my brain auto-completes to where do they come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Boiling another kettle.
I don't know how to tell you, but the YMCA song is about men getting jiggy with it in the YMCA showers.
I'm not sure about that one.
It is! They've literally confirmed it.
Rem either way.
Is the YMCA only an American thing, or is that a thing there too, Feor? Because we don't have it here. Yeah, we don't have the YMCA in Canada, at least not where I am. Not like I could really use the YMCA. Isn't like the point of it? It's for guys only.
No, that hasn't been the case for years.
Oh, okay.
It was just the Young Men's Activity organization to begin with.
And it kind of became more secular as time went on, thankfully. You kind of limit your outreach if you're not secular. So basically, a lot of the YMCA places have become basically sports and fitness centers where people gather for events and whatnot.
least.
What?
So I should start to prepare for bed at least.
The sleep is tasty.
Is that why I have sleep for dinner so often? Set my lighting. I have different lighting settings for different times of day. When it's at night, I get the softer colored light.
Yes, soft box.
I have the buy flag as like my lighting that revolves there. Pink, purple, blue.
Yep. Yeah. Why would they support Apple doing proprietary shit? I have no idea. Solve the Rubik's Cube. I was so tired last night. I was like solving my cube before bed, because it's the thing I do. And I forgot one of the algorithms, and so I just left it on my shelf. Cool.
Rubik's Cubes are not that hard to solve once you know how. It's really just memorizing more than anything. You don't need to be smart to solve a Rubik's Cube. You just kind of need to be persistent. Unless you're talking about anything bigger than a 3x3. A 4x4 is way harder. You have to use your brain for a 4x4.
Yeah, I think the UK is just run by idiots right now. Then again, a lot of countries are run like idiots. Like the US. Yeah. Socialized medicine, I think, needs to be mandatory to make that happen. No more of this, oh, you're bored. I guess you'll die then. Nonsense.
Yeah? 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 What's up? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, that's another big problem. We need price caps and the outlawing of data caps.
Yeah, the medical system is a bit miffed up. You really have to know what you're doing to work your way through it. If you don't have insurance, you can typically find, typically you'll be able to get things like GoodRx where things are significantly cheaper, but it's very much one of those situations where it's like, oh, you have the money to pay insurance, so, we're gonna take advantage of that. So... not ideal.
Like, they still charge way too much to the insurance as well.
That's the reason, like, why. That is the stupid thing.
Basically, you need a cap on those things. And a lot of these drugs were developed with taxpayer funds. Their cost of development has already been covered. And now they're profiting to a ridiculous degree. And I think that also companies, if they repeatedly violate regulations, the fine should increase up to 20% of their yearly gross income. Actually, just keep increasing it from there too, and if they refuse to fix it, they go bankrupt.
in case pulling it from the gross income, just so in case it goes above their total operating costs.
Well, that's the point. It's basically to force them to actually do it, because let's be honest, there's a lot of countries where Apple's being fined constantly and they completely ignore it.
Yep.
There's also places where certain organizations that refuse to out criminal members of their organization keep paying fines because they refuse to do so. So, increase those fines until they finally capitulate.
Yep.
Eventually, it'll become untenable. Meanwhile, reduce fines for those who are lower income. It's only reasonable. But you have to make sure there's no loopholes for CEOs that don't quote-unquote take a paycheck. Because you know they'll try to abuse that. That's a
yeah.
given.
They'll find ways to do it.
Hell, if we took out half the loopholes that corporations use, we'd probably have a lot more tax income to fund useful things. Alright, everything is buffed. That thing looked like it was from Nurgle.
That's... I would say that's what, Java's cousin?
I don't think they're related. Ah. Farting. Someone had the beans. Oh, it's flailing at nothing. That's interesting. Master Blades. What? What's that? All right. Cool. Man, so many badass ogres. And it's dead. Oh no, he coming! Is this just an ogre gauntlet at this point? It's just an ogre gauntlet. Ah, time to just buff up. Here we go.
Aura?
I see you received the mail I sent you. Yet, however, it's too late.
Wait! There's something I have to ask you. No!
And boss. Nothing going on. This is crazy.
I'm surprised that didn't scare the shit out of you.
I'm a little bit focused, is all.
Oh. I see.
Data drain? Seriously?
Hey, it's like 3 a.m. I'm gonna call it a day. You have a good one, Bean.
Poodles.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye. Yikes. Am I supposed to die on this one? Well, I guess that's game over. Well, that boss is kind of bullshit.
Bit of a power spike.
Yeah. See, maybe I missed something. Naughty Faye. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, you have to be a few levels above 30. No, this isn't the final boss. It couldn't be. So, I guess I have to grind.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Nothing a hex editor wouldn't fix.
Basically, you have to just hammer away until you can data drain as usual. But you know what? I think I need to take a break anyway. Bah. So, we're probably going to come back. I'm probably going to do some grinding during my work shift. And maybe we'll be able to go ahead and pass through him tomorrow. Bah, because I'm probably going to need at least 7 more levels. And maybe some extra gear. So let's see. Downside is I lost all that progress through that dungeon. Which kind of sucks. But let's find a raid. Raid. Well, of course, you can't save while in the dungeon and it's 5 levels deep. Bah! Let's see. Who are we gonna raid today, though? Bah!